Welcome back, everyone, once again to another episode of FPL Backbenchers. This is your host Somnath. It's been very long. This is the first episode of 2022, and we have our co-host Anjan back once again. How you doing, buddy?
Well, doing pretty okay. The game week was very rough. Health-wise, I'm quite okay. Chill.
How's your health? Because you practically left me deserted for the last pod, and people were bored
Yeah,
by watching me
unfortunately,
single.
nothing like that. I find it very interesting, very communicating enough. My health is quite okay now. I had
You look colorful.
like yeah, I think the new look. I think the new spec
Yeah, Anjan has a new look. He's wearing
mm,
specs, which doesn't
for the
happen in
first time.
normal.
Yeah, for the first time. Anyways,
All right. All about fashion now.
mm. Not
2022 new
about
look.
fashion actually. No, no, no. Nothing about fashion. It's like due to like constantly sitting around laptop and mobile phone. So for that you have to wear it.
Anyways, I'm just kidding, buddy. How's your health now?
Health is
We
okay.
have had a reversal of fortune regarding health. So let you speak first, then I'll then I'll go next.
Well,
People
I
will
like
also
travel.
understand. Yeah,
Like
people will
I
also understand why we are recording a bit late.
yeah,
Yep.
I actually travel from my hometown. Then after that, a few days I was quite okay. But after like 2 days, after 2 days coming back from my home, I was feeling a bit dizzy, a bit headache, mild fever. Then I thought, okay, fine, let's get tested. I just went and did my test. It was negative. But again, my symptoms started to grow gradually. I was having more fever. I was having cough and all those stuff. Then I like tested again after I think 5 days. I tested again. Then I turned positive. That's life.
Yeah, because that's the last information I gave on the pod last time around that. Although
Yeah,
your health is
exactly.
bad, but you haven't tested positive or anything. But yeah, it was quite a surprise that you tested positive, I think, right away after that. So, anyways, how was your game week? It seems
Uh,
like a long game week.
long game, long game. My game week
I
was
have actually
horrible.
forgotten where the game week started, very honestly.
It's true, 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 true. Game week
I
was
think it was
quite
Arsenal
boring.
against Man City.
Yeah, started
I think
against
that's, yeah.
1st January, started against you guys. Arsenal were dominating City.
How about your
For
score?
the
How much did you score for this game week?
I don't remember actually, honestly. I scored horribly. I took a -8. I had I had like three Everton players, and my captain was Antonio, not Bowen.
So you took the minus hit entirely for Everton
Yeah,
contingent players, right?
yeah, like Everton,
Yeah.
Everton player scored me. The Demeric Gray scored two. Keane scored one. So DCL scored zero. It was three, -8, -5.
But I think that was this is something that you cannot predict. It's completely
Yeah,
variable.
yeah, true,
Well,
true.
personally for me, this game week felt extremely long. I like how long exactly when the game week started. I remember I did the pod alone just before the game week was about to begin, and after that, you were positive. And in the meanwhile, in the duration of the game week, I tested positive along with my entire family, even including it was a bit scary that my toddler, like I have a 2-year-old, so even he got positive. Everybody of us, and we were isolating, and I have completed my isolation, and that's why we are recording today. Today,
Yeah.
that's how long this game week has been, and game week just got over yesterday.
Two people
So
got two people got tested positive in a different time. Both of them completed their isolation.
yeah, we
Then
have both
only
completed our isolation. That's immense.
then only this game week finished.
Yeah, we're pretty
Pretty low.
positive
Yeah,
in
yeah,
that sense. Yeah.
yeah. Anyways,
Luckily
like
enough, since I was completely detached, to be very honest, from the game week once the initial set of matches got done. I did not watch the League Cup. I did not watch FA Cup at all. I barely followed. Luckily enough, since my isolation was getting over yesterday, so last night's match I followed a bit. That's why I know my score right now. So I also took a -8. Uh, Difference being I did not take it entirely for Everton. I did take two Everton players in DCL and Trey who have scored fantastically for me, giving me 2 points. But then again, that's variance. I mean, can't do much about it if the game is getting cancelled after the deadline. Uh, but yeah, thankfully, Bowen I had as my captain, who did a bit of saving grace. I still had a green arrow, sorry, red arrow. But nonetheless, I scored 75 and then -8, so that roughly brings it up to 67 points. So nothing much to mention in that sense. Probably I also took Dawson. I think probably shouldn't have been much. Tried to be smart and just went for Kufal. He outscored Dawson. But well, hindsight is always 2020. So yeah, where do we move now? The thing is, after such a long gap, the it's again a very shortest of gaps that we have. Our next game week starting, which is
Yeah,
tomorrow is the deadline. If I'm not
yeah,
wrong. And
tomorrow.
I have absolutely, I would not say absolutely no clue, but I'm like a bit hapless right now as to what to do. So yeah, I don't. Why don't we get on with it?
Yeah, well, the first fixture is between Brighton and Palace. It's on, I think, at a Friday here, midnight over there. So, like tomorrow, deadline would be at around 12ish, 12ish deadline.
So that's 12 India time and
Yeah.
UK time. That would be somewhat around 8 o'clock. If I'm not wrong, 8 p.m. Friday night for UK people and for India people. Like it's 12. If I'm not, or it's 7. Not sure. I think
Hmm.
7 o'clock for UK people.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, the way we do the pod, buddy, is like we try to journey back to the last game week, depending on the next future game week matches. But I think it's a bit difficult because since the game week has been so long. So the first
Hmm.
match is Brighton against Palace. I
Palace.
don't think either Palace or Brighton had a double game week in the last game week.
No, no,
Very good.
no.
So Palace faced, I think, who did Palace face? Can you just quickly remind me the match?
Well,
Sorry.
you mean Palace? I think Palace. I think Palace had a Palace plays West Ham probably in the first match. The scoreline was two
Yeah,
three.
absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, that kind of journeys me back.
Like
So the
like like
Lanzini brace match.
yeah.
Lanzini
Lanzini
scored a
brace.
brace.
Antonio
So
scored the first goal of double game week of West Ham, and then he was invisible.
I think
Mm,
the major talking point regarding Palace, particularly, would be if Gallagher is fit or not. He'll be coming back.
Gallagher
I
is
think
fit.
he's still
No, 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 no.
yes.
Gallagher is fit. Gallagher, I think, played around 30 odd minutes in the FA Cup match, and like
Okay.
just before like coming to just before coming to port, I think Palace had a press conference, and he said that Gallagher is fit. Guetta is a Guetta is a bit doubtful, and as usual, Zaha, and all those people who have like already gone to AFCON, they aren't there. Rest, I
Okay.
think Gallagher is fit, but Guetta is a bit doubtful.
Okay.
That's the case.
I think also Olise looked really impressive once he came
Yeah,
along and actually he turned around the game for Palace, basically being involved with
exactly,
both of the goals. He created one and he
exactly.
scored one from a direct free kick as well.
Mm,
But I don't think anybody particularly would be interested in Palace for this particular match, considering Brighton is the team that has a double game week. So
yeah.
for people who are not aware, game week 22 is a double game week for 8 teams. I don't think anything more will be added now. It's too late uh, for an announcement of any other further fixture being added. So
No,
yeah,
actually, I just wanted to say you something. Yeah, it's a double game week for 8 teams. It's Burnley, Watford, Brighton, Chelsea, Leicester, Spurs, and Brentford and United.
United.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 18 basically. So Brighton again, buddy. Who did Brighton play last game week 21?
Uh, I think should we like skip that part? Like we have to go a bit very much longer to see who they played actually. Wait, just hold on. I think Brighton played Everton. Everton 2, Brighton 3. Like DCL
Okay,
missed the penalty
DCL missed the penalty and
raised by Gordon.
praised by Gordon, and I think praised by McAllister as well for Brighton.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, that's why it's important because apart from Crossard, which people will be probably looking at for Brighton, I think McAllister also looks like an option, but I probably wouldn't go down that line because I do remember now the positioning, especially of McAllister and Mbuepu, was particularly designed as to how Everton were playing. So they were both like in a
No,
semi number nine and a
M
half kind of a role.
Mbeumo is injured and he isn't fit for this match. And mm,
No, I'm not talking
Dang.
about Mbuemo. I'm talking about Mbuepu,
Oh, okay, okay.
the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
midfielder from
Brighton.
Brighton.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, he is like
So both of them, I think, were
not
playing in a
fit.
nine and a half kind of a situation,
Yeah.
rather position, and McAllister generally basically benefited from Mbuepo and him playing such further forward in the field. This was particularly designed as to how Everton were lined up, who are looking very dire in defense. Uh, on top of that, they now have now sold Lucas Digne too, asking that I don't know what is happening in Everton right now. It's a bit scary. If I was an Everton fan, I would be really worried as to what is going on with my club. But yeah, that's the situation. So Anjan, now I think if I'm not wrong, Brighton has a double game week with Chelsea and as well as
Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace. Sorry, we are
Crystal
discussing
Palace.
Palace. My bad.
They are
So I
they are
think
playing
both
to
of
win.
them are at home.
Hmm.
uh, now people will be looking at option from Brighton as to who they can get in. We can actually guys, sorry, I mean we do not have anything as such very structurally planned for this podcast, so we'll be very free flowing. So we can either discuss individual team wise particular players to target for the double game week, or we can actually pull together as goalkeeper, defenders. Which
Uh,
one do you think
actually,
would be?
uh, actually, I think like let's put all the fixtures like pen grading charts in the pot and like look at the fix like and like look at the fixtures and consecutively we can also look about the team which have double game week. I think it will be the best idea.
Sure, yeah, yeah, we can do that. Sorry, the way we are rushing, and then I think we are really long and tedious. But sorry, guys. We are sure we'll be getting back into the rhythm. It's just a bit of holiday thing and then a bit of COVID thing. We're just out of
Yeah.
sorts totally. Yeah.
So
So
like
yeah, go ahead.
so like it's there in our so we can see easily that United, Spurs, Leicester, Brentford, Watford, Burnley, Chelsea, and Brighton. They have a double game week fixture on game week 22. United are playing Aston Villa and Brentford. Both are away matches. Spurs are playing Arsenal at home, Leicester away. Leicester are playing Burnley away, Spurs home. Brentford are playing Liverpool away, United home. Watford are playing Newcastle and Burnley, both are away matches. Burnley are playing both home matches, Leicester and Watford. Chelsea are playing City away, Brighton away, and Brighton are playing Crystal Palace home and Chelsea home. So, looking at the fixtures, uh, whom do you think like people should target? Which which
I think
fixtures?
considerably the worst fixture lot is probably for Brentford, wherein they have
Yeah,
Liverpool and Manchester United.
yeah,
Barring this, I think Burnley you said had Leicester and Watford, right? I'm not wrong.
yeah. Watford.
So Watford.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah, one more thing, but both of the matches are at home actually, Leicester and Watford.
okay. So before we discuss this, I think we can look at it a bit macro ways. Problem with having a Brighton player is game week 24-25 Chelsea has the Club World Cup. Brighton will have a blank, if I'm not wrong, in game week 24, right?
24. Yeah, 24.
So straight away, if you're targeting a player from Brighton, at least if it's on a free transfer, we'll talk
Hmm.
about first the free transfer, then we'll go to free hit or and then in any other chip that we are talking about. So
Yeah,
if
sure.
for a free transfer, it's very risky to target a Brighton player,
Yeah.
especially since one of the match involves Chelsea.
Hmm.
It's a bit difficult to see a clean sheet over there. The other match is against Crystal Palace at home, who are generally very good attacking wise.
Hmm.
But in saying that, again, Brighton probably are one of the few teams who have both their fixtures at home. So somebody like a Cucurella or a Lamte, or probably if you can extend your budget to the Dunk,
Do you,
are
no, Dunk? I think Potter just mentioned that Dunk is not fit enough to start this match against Palace. He has an like outside chance to start again Chelsea, but game week 23 is the probable time for him to come back to the team.
in that case, I will probably not look towards Brighton. Anyways, again, we are getting derailed and we are talking again about individual teams and their players. We'll get pulled together player as total. Apart from this, I think other pithole is if you are targeting a Leicester player. Leicester, I think their fixture are way bad. If I'm not wrong. Uh, I
Let's
mean,
well, I will just say it for you. I just read it out. It's Burnley. They are Burnley and Spurs. They are playing this week, and then followed by in game week 23 they are playing Brighton home. Then 24 they are Liverpool away, West Ham home, Wolves away. Then 27 there is a blank because Chelsea already reached.
so
Oh,
first of
bro,
all, the
Chelsea is
sorry,
no. I just forgot. Oh, bro, Chelsea is Chelsea is another final.
okay, Chelsea reached out the final. Congratulations. So if even if we are not going down till 27, wherein that's way down the line, there's no point. But barring the Burnley fixture, I don't think the Spurs fixture. Then you said the Brighton fixture. After that, it's the Liverpool, and then it's Wolves, right? If I'm not wrong, that's
West Ham
West Ham
followed
in
by
between.
Wolves.
And so these are not exactly particularly very good fixtures for Leicester. So I would be a bit wary about investment into Leicester. Another risk majorly with Leicester is Leicester, I believe, played the FA Cup match and they won 4-1. I forget which
Yeah,
team they played against. If you can jog my memory regarding that, who they played against, I completely forget. But the problem is their fixture against Everton, which we had players from, got postponed 2 days after that FA Cup match, wherein they had a squad to play for the FA Cup, but by rules they did not have a squad or they played it to their potential where they did not field a squad for the Premier League match. Now, in saying that, according to the rule, you require 13 outfield players, I think, and at this moment, Leicester has 8 or 9, with the probability of a Soyanchu and Patson Daka probably coming back from injuries. So they still don't have the entire requisite quota, considering their players are out for AFCON and their injuries. I'll be a bit wary into investing with Leicester because again their fixtures can be cancelled or they might opt for that as per the
true.
rules. They
Exactly.
might not, but as per the rules they can. So investing in them and then again teams facing Leicester is again a bit diabolical. So this is one of the things. I think Manchester United has the standout fixture in that sense
Completely. Completely.
in
Especially
comparatively easy.
especially if you look the second picture, Brentford away. Brentford were very horrible right now.
First match is Villa home,
No, no, Villa, Brentford, both are away games.
both are away game. Well, probably not exceptional fixtures, but decent fixtures considering the size of the club that United is. The only problem is right now United are not good. Like I don't have to sugarcoat it. They just somehow are not clicking. Uh, so you don't basically know where to go or what to go for. Right? Spurs then again have a double game week which involves North London
Leicester.
Derby and Leicester. Both of them are not exactly relatively very easy matches. I do expect if both the matches go ahead, first of all, to them to concede in both the matches. Firstly, barring this, I think Burnley has a double game week as well, where both the matches are at home. Right, Anjan?
Yeah, yeah. Leicester and
First
what?
one is Leicester, and second one is Watford.
Hmm.
So I think the problem with that is Burnley are defensively so open right now that they will concede. On top of that, they have sold off their major source of goals. Rather, the goal scorer in their team increased good to their relegation battle contenders in Newcastle. So probably Maxwell Cornet, but I we don't know how much he can do it alone or probably with somebody like Vitra or somebody
Oh,
whoever.
I think Somnath's mic just fell. Yeah,
So
but you were back.
it's a very makeshift kind of a setup. So sorry for this. Yeah. So as I was saying, so it's not exactly proven as to how that will line up for Cornet and everybody.
Cornet is
Mm,
Cornet is there in FCON right now, buddy.
okay, yeah. But he
Cornet,
played the last match, right? He scored from a
no,
free kick, I remember. Okay, so he's not
no.
even available. So I don't know how Burnley will score or defend.
Cornet is in FCON. Cornet played last night against Ivory Coast. Played some team. I don't remember.
You're playing AFCON fantasy as well.
Yeah, I was bored. Anyway,
So that's why
listen.
you are so aware about what Cornet is doing. I was not aware. So yeah, that straight away dampens the chances of Burnley as any prospect whatsoever. Apart from this, am I missing somebody? I think Watford have a very good fixture.
Uh, Attacking wise, they have a very good picture.
They
They
have
play
Newcastle away
Newcastle
and
and
Burnley away.
Burnley away. I think I think like Watford next three fixtures are I think like do or die thing for them. Either like this will like break their season or this will like transform their season. It's they play Newcastle, Burnley, and Norwich.
So
All
these
relegation
are
partner.
technically all are must-win games, and the important thing for Watford is they have managed to keep Emmanuel Dennis back
Yeah,
in spite of all the problem and in spite of AFCON going on and all. He has stayed back, and I think it has been informed by Ranieri also that he is fit to play, or at least he's training. So I think that's a good thing. A lot of people do own either Dennis or Josh King. Both are good options. Personally, I feel Dennis is a better option than Josh King, although I'm a owner of Josh King. I actually did not buy Dennis just because he was going to AFCON, and it's like pretty frustrating that he's not going. And anyways, I have Josh King. So you live by whatever you have. So
well,
yeah, that is a consideration attacking wise. So now, if somebody is going forward with like just free transfers, and if they're not using any chip, what do you think is a good number of double game week players that one can have? Mind you, before we move on to that, uh, there are some excellent single game week or single fixtures which are there, which I'll mention. First is West Ham against Leeds, that's at home. Second is Everton against
Norwich
Norwich, which is
away.
away to Norwich. It's an important game for both of them.
Mm.
Everton is in a all sort of disarray right now, so an
Yeah.
important game. Liverpool
Yeah,
has
but
a single fixture against Brentford at home, if I'm
yeah,
not wrong. And barring this, I think Arsenal has North London Derby and
very
City
good
has
fixture, right?
Chelsea. No, that's not a very good fixture. I'm just mentioning the single fixtures, and uh, City has Chelsea. Is that away or home?
Uh, City at home,
City's
Chelsea
home,
away.
so it's at the
Yeah.
Etihad. So yeah, these are the some mentionable and notable single game fixtures. So considering that, if somebody is not using any chips, what do you think is the good amount of double game fixtures?
Well, actually, it's, simple logic. It's that it's a very much team dependent, personal development. But
Absolutely,
I
it
feel,
is.
yeah, but I feel like if you have someone like Bowen or someone like Gray or DCL or someone from Everton, obviously people are having Jota, Trent. They won't sell them, na, obviously. So
Yeah,
I
there
think
is absolutely no point selling
no,
them
okay,
because they can
yeah,
comfortably outscore,
yeah,
as has been demonstrated by Bowen yesterday night.
mm,
He can score a double score even in a single game week fixture,
yeah,
and these are brilliant fixtures. They're not
brilliant
very,
fixture.
very bad fixtures.
Actually,
So,
looking to this, I'm not that much impressed about all those double game week teams because matches are quite uneven. Nothing like apart from I think Watford fixture who plays
who are in a
Newcastle and Burnley.
relegation battle,
Yeah, I
so nothing stands
don't
out.
nothing stands
There
out for
is,
me.
we were denied of having a very good double game week fixture by Liverpool
Yeah.
because they somehow found that they have a lot of COVID issues, only for that to be turned out of false
Any,
positive.
anyways, leave that.
Yeah, I just had to bring that up because that is absolutely. I know nothing will happen to Liverpool, but nonetheless, this is like if this is not some kind of whatever
Some more morning from club, nothing else.
corruption at the highest level, I don't know what
I
else.
don't know, but some more definitely
I,
Klopp will just more.
I don't think the manager can be held responsible singularly for this action. It has to be something on the club level as well. Manager cannot decide and say that these people have COVID.
No, actually,
And so
we
many people
shouldn't
getting
talk
a
about
false
that.
positive. No, no, I'm just because we are into the topic. I'm just stating that so many people having false positive is ludicrous. Anyways, why we mentioned this because had that not been the case, we would have had an Arsenal and Liverpool double game week as well, which then would have completely turned around the face of this double game week.
Yeah,
Anyways, we have to live with whatever there is. I think particularly if you are having like only two or three double game week players, I think
it's
probably
fine.
a hit till uh, -4, -8 is justified, but I would not sell anybody from West Ham or Liverpool or Everton in that case, particularly. I will not even sell Cancelo. If anybody is thinking about selling Cancelo for a double game week, I wouldn't particularly go down that road. But if you're having somebody like a Bernardo Silva, or I don't know if you still have Riyad Mahrez, you should not because he's an F1. But if you
No,
do have, these are the players that you can sell.
actually, many people have Salah and like Son is there in many people's team, and Son is injured. So I guess
Sun was a
people
very good option for this particular double game week.
yeah,
Yeah.
true. So
So
like
if anybody has Salah and they were planning to go for Sun, now that he's injured, do you think there's anything else to go? Probably not.
in that particular price range,
Not
uh,
exactly about price range. Like exactly who do you get? Anyways, before we discuss that, I think it's fair that we do quick enough consideration of exactly what are the options that we are considering for this double game week if you're thinking about, and then we can talk about a tentative free hit if you think about it further on.
uh, um, well, United. I guess probably it's a
So I will
Ronaldo
just
or not.
firstly list the like goalkeeping options. I think
Yeah.
if you are looking for a double game week goalkeeper, I think Dia is a standout goalkeeping option. I'm not wrong. Yeah, Dia is
Uh,
the best goalkeeping option.
so, like,
Followed by if you give a ranking, like I think Dia should be at top.
yeah, yeah. I guess Sanchez is not a bad option.
But would you place him above Dia? I think system
No,
that Man
no,
United
no,
are playing, I think Dia has the highest potential of scoring. So
no. I don't
Dia
think
is an
so.
option, Sanchez is an option, Loris is an option.
Spurs, they play Arsenal and Leicester. I don't think they would keep a clean sheet in both the games.
Nick Pope for Burnley
Yeah,
is an option.
yeah, he's an option probably.
He
But
is
again, Burnley, yeah, defensively they have the same set of players. Probably they are losing Chris Wood. Probably their main motto would be not to concede. Probably because they don't have any because they don't have any goal scorer in that team particularly. Well,
I
right
think
now at this moment,
Foster is also an option.
Foster. I think
Foster
Foster
is fit.
Foster is fit. Do you feel like Foster will replace Beckman completely? Because Beckman was
Yes,
quite good. Okay.
eventually
Mm.
yes.
Yeah, eventually
Because
it might happen.
Ranieri, once he came, that time Foster was not assured the first team spot, and then
Yeah.
straight away completely jumped on Foster, and Foster is not playing. Only reason is because he had a groin injury, some sorts, which is
Okay.
sorted out now.
Do you think like Foster would play both these matches in Game Week 22?
He can,
Do you think so?
well, yeah, he can because he has been fit for some time now. I do follow his YouTube channel as well, so I
Okay.
know that he's fit for some time now because he did a video some time back saying that I'm. So yeah, I mean,
So
I don't think fitness should be an issue. Now, if there is some, I don't think there should be an issue about loyalty as well. Like Batman needs to play or something. He's not been performing exceptionally well that he deserves to keep the spot. That's what,
true.
as I am understanding. I don't.
Yeah.
I think Foster genuinely provides a good option, especially if people are looking to play bench. Anyways, so if you do a ranking, like I did not mention the likes of Schmeichel is also an option if somebody is looking to invest into Leicester. He's one of the few players that are actually fit, but then again, we have shown our reservation as to why probably you should not go for a Leicester. So, if you do a ranking, like who would be your top three? I think Dia
Mm,
should be number one.
I guess Diaz should be by first, followed by Sanchez. And if like Foster is fit enough to start, then probably my third option would be Foster.
Probably go with Nick Pope as he has a lot of safe potential in that sense. So we can see already like the group of players that we are dealing with is very weak. Nothing exceptional about it. If we now have to go for a pool of defenders, I think the defenders that you're looking at is Emerson Royal. Uh, I don't think Regulion is a bit iffy because
Reguilon didn't start
he
last
has
match.
not started for last few matches, saying to believe. But then again, I think
Mm,
there's nothing to it, which is again even
uh,
more doubtful as to what is happening with him.
I
Uh,
don't, I don't know. Emerson Real would start both the matches. I'm quite iffy about it. Although I like have him in my team because I feel
I
Doha.
don't think there is any doubt that he'll start because there aren't any other option as such. Conte at least has not shown that he wants to get caught. I don't know. I thought Spurs will be signing players. Some they're not doing much activity in the window.
Do you think like Emerson Real would be a better option than Ben Davis for this particular game week 22 fixtures? I'm saying because
Very
game week
hard to. two
because
type of players.
I feel like
One is a
Ben
center
Davis.
back, one is a. If you want to save some money, there's no reason for you to go Emerson Royal over Ben Davies for any kind of attacking potential. The only thing is considering the amount of process that Emerson Royal does. If Spurs are winning by a margin of 1-0 or something, you get end up getting a bonus. But if you need to save some money, like 0.2, 0.3, definitely you can go for Davies. Nothing much into it. I feel personally. I think
So
right
apart
now
from
these are the only two defenders that I will probably go for from Spurs. Moving on, we have to talk about other teams as well, so let's get on with it. I don't think there is any option available from Leicester. There is options available from
Leicester,
Brighton.
I guess Thomas, mm, he like played that last match.
I think Castagne probably is fit, but I don't feel Leicester's
Well, we
nothing.
should like wait for like press conference of Brendan Rodgers.
Yeah,
I
but
think Brendan,
we have to
yeah,
discuss it during this
yeah,
pod, right? We are not doing this
yeah,
pod.
yeah.
Anyways,
True.
uh, let's finish like one team at a time. Brighton, I think Lamptey and Cucurella probably, but I would be a bit wary as you already mentioned that Dunk is out of his first match. That considerably reduces their potential of keeping a clean sheet, I feel. Although, and I think Crystal Palace is definitely a very good outfit, and Chelsea too. That's what top people. So, mm, so I don't think the pool for defender is very big. Like, who else do you get?
United defender, probably someone.
Maguire,
Shaw, probably. Shaw, probably.
is he expected to start both matches? Is he okay?
I
Is he fit? I think he is
that
injured.
that's the issue. I think Jones played quite good enough in last match.
But
But
Jones was playing
again,
center.
yeah, yeah.
I think
Just
it's
I'm saying.
it's 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 risky to touch fullback of United.
Yeah,
Although I'm a owner of Diego Dalot, but I comfortable over there because I don't know who will start. It can be like one match for all the fullbacks. Something like that can also happen.
yeah. True.
So if you have to go for a United defender, I think since Maguire has been declared fit and since no United manager or coach has shown the willingness to drop Maguire in spite of his horrendous, he's the club captain, so he should be playing. So Maguire is an option. Varane or Lindelof, you cannot really call that who is fit, who is not. If fit, I think Varane is the first choice. That's about it. I think
Anybody,
anybody else.
like anybody from Chelsea, attractive.
Alonso.
Although, although like we play first match City away, but again we have
What's Chelsea's game week 23 figure?
game week 23 fixture. Chelsea are playing Spurs and Arsenal, both home and away.
I don't think Chelsea has City away, then Chelsea has Brighton away,
Brighton
and
away.
then they have Spurs away. So
Spurs
there
home.
are three away matches.
Spurs home.
Okay, Spurs home. So there are two away matches and one home match against Spurs.
Mm.
After which there are two blanks. So if I am on a free transfer, if I'm using my free transfer, I will definitely not buy a Chelsea
No,
player.
no,
If
definitely
if
not.
you are considering about a free hit option, I think Alonso is probably where you will go. But then again, what's the spacing between the two matches? Because I feel like
Uh,
Chelsea will get
I
somebody in this window as a left back. Do you see Alonso playing both the matches?
no, the matches are one matches and well, I'll just see. I'll just check and I'll just let you know.
I think the
Will
spacing is quite big.
no. Spacing is quite less. No, like 15. Like we play City on Saturday evening, and then we play on Tuesday night. We play Brighton.
Okay. So
So
do you
we
think
are not
Alonso plays
definitely.
both, or
Yeah, yeah,
Chelsea
yeah.
are looking to get a left back? They have been trying to call back a lot of
Uh,
their left backs.
well, we have been trying to call lots of our left back, Emerson, Kennedy. I'm not sure what's going on exactly.
But why exactly is Chelsea calling back so much of their left back? Is it because people does not like Alonso, or is
No,
it like
no,
a burden thing? Like he's the only left back,
no, no.
so
That's the
I
thing
think if it's a first
because
choice issue,
because you just see the number of matches we'll be playing from like now till like gaming 38. We have to play in the Club World Cup. We are right now in this League Cup final. We have like FA Cup matches also. We have UCL matches also. And Alonso is not a teenager who can play like week in and week out.
I think Chelsea would be buying a left back, right? That is the
The
thing.
problem, the problem is that ki Chilwell would be fit enough to start from next season, and Chilwell is definitely our first choice. So, like, if we buy another like high profile left back, then like we would be having, I think, five or six left back in our team.
Anyways, that's a problem for Chelsea to ponder. But in saying that, I think yeah, you can go for Alonso, or probably Rudiger is a much more safer option. But
Yeah, I feel Rudiger is a better option.
I don't think Chelsea will keep a clean sheet in either of the
No,
matches.
no,
City,
I don't think like Chelsea would keep a clean sheet against City. Definitely not. But I feel, yeah, Brighton away, there is a considerable chance for us to keep a clean sheet.
so if somebody is going on a free hit, would you rather suggest them get a Chelsea defender or a Trent Alexander?
Definitely Alexander.
So yeah, basically, if you're spending a transfer, then don't spend it on Chelsea defenders because they
Yeah,
will
yeah,
be
yeah,
lacking
definitely not.
heavily
Mm,
going forward. Uh, I think that ends the discussion for defenders available for this
yeah,
double game week. If you're
exactly.
considering, I don't think there's anybody from Brentford to consider.
No, no, no.
There is nobody from Watford to consider.
Yeah,
Burnley
I guess
probably
like Burnley probably you missed someone. Loughton, someone like that who is quite cheap, 4.4.
Burnley has Leicester and Brighton.
Watford home.
Sorry, Leicester and Watford. Both of them are at home. Yeah, probably somebody like Loughton or who's the other side? Navigator.
Probably.
I will not go up to spending for a Tarkowski or a Mane.
Yeah.
Too expensive. So yeah, so really are lacking options which I am. Then yeah, I think Loughton is a good option.
Like now
Talking about
moving to
midfielders, Anjan. Yeah,
exactly.
midfielders. So major person or thing was Hyun Son for this game week. I think he was a captain choice for a lot of people. And so who is it for you in midfield? What are the options?
Uh, United midfield, I don't know like who would start. Bruno Fernandes definitely he would play the next two matches. He would play probably 90 minutes both the matches. But I'm not that quite sure about United attack, and Bruno Fernandes isn't cheap either. Yeah, he can be a like he can be a placeholder for Salah, definitely. But again, I'll be worried about him. And like now moving to
I
Spurs,
think a play can be made in wherein if you are getting Bruno Fernandes right now for this double game week, this is something that I'm considering. And then you transfer Bruno out to somebody like a Sterling for 23. So I think City have a good fixture in 23. You can just look at it.
City play
And
Southampton away, I guess.
and
City
they have a
played,
good fixture for sorry.
yeah, City play. Southampton away on 23, that I remember. And after that, the fixtures are pretty good. Well, just hold on a second. I'll just read it out for you. It's Southampton away, followed by Brentford home, Norwich away, Spurs home, Everton away, United home.
So
It's up to
before the
28.
like, if you are like keeping up till the Brentford away or the Norwich away game, and then it's a very easy switch to Salah, who comes back around that time, around the game week 24 mark, 24, 25.
No,
So,
the problem is that yeah, Salah probably he will come back on 24 and 24. City are playing Brentford home and Liverpool are playing Leicester home, and then 25 City are playing Norwich, Norwich, and Liverpool are playing Burnley. So there should be a compromise, and I don't think like City mid. Okay, Sterling is a very fantastic option, and by that time, I guess when Salah is back, Mahrez would Riyad Mahrez would also be back. So again, those rotation
but
problem
till
will
then,
be there.
actually, I don't think City has any right winger because Jesus is injured, and I think Grealish and Foden both have injured. So I think right wing right now for City is absolutely nailed on for Sterling. He's in good touch as well. I mean, I think that's just an option considering if anybody is looking for a placeholder in place of Salah. This is the case to be made if you're looking to go for a Bruno Fernandes. What to do with Bruno Fernandes? You can keep him playing entirely as well till Salah comes back, but considering that United are not that much in a form or touch. But if you have to go probably for one attacker from United, probably you go for Cristiano Ronaldo over
That's all.
Bruno Fernandes, definitely. But that again depends completely depend on your team and your structure. Apart
Well,
from Bruno Fernandes, I think Anjan, we should bit speed up because we're spending too much time
yeah,
on a
yeah.
single player. Uh,
Well,
I think apart
uh,
from this, there is an option of Leicester midfield.
yeah.
You can
They have
go for
like
either
very good
Madison.
midfielder. Madison, Barnes,
I think they are the
Tielemans,
only midfield
Lookman.
options, if I'm not
Yeah,
wrong,
exactly. Yeah, true. I
because Watford will
definitely.
not have any midfielder who are very likely as an option.
Spurs have
Uh,
Spurs have an option in Lucas Moura.
I would not touch.
Yeah,
I'm not sure also that he will play both
that's
matches
a
now.
that's a like different that's a different thing. But yeah, he
I
is
think
an option.
if it's between Lucas Moura, then definitely somebody like a Madison or Tielemans or even a Lookman is a better option. I'm not convinced by Barnes right now.
Yeah,
But then again, the issue with Leicester is that if again a match get cancelled for them, so that might become an issue
yeah.
after
Right.
the game week, as we have seen in the last game week as well. So it becomes
Burnley
an issue.
Burnley, there is no midfield option. Watford, there is no midfield option. Chelsea, probably you can go for a Mount if you are in a free hit.
So Mount is an option. I think from Brighton, Trossard is an option.
Yeah,
We
that's all.
we can probably discuss like McAllister as well, but I'm not convinced about that. Brentford, Mbuemo, again, Mbuemo is back after ages. Mbuemo probably is an option if you want to venture the Brentford line. Mind you, last time Brentford played against Liverpool, it was a very high scoring match, but I don't expect
3-3.
that
Yeah.
to be a repeat this time around. So that these are options. So looking at the outlay of players that we have, I think I would say the Leicester mids are a better option in spite of the threat of them missing out. But if you're free hitting, then definitely Leicester are a very good option.
Okay, just a quick thing. What are your plans regarding your chips? I guess you also have all your chips now intact. So what are your plan exactly regarding your chips?
Okay, we will discuss this. Can we just quickly finish the forward options that we have?
Forward option, I guess there is a bunch of forward option. Mm, I think
Forward options
United.
are the probably the best options that are there for this double game week. Although I don't see much potential, I think Harry Kane is a interesting option. Apart from this, you have both the Watford strikers, Dennis as well as King. I would place Dennis a bit higher. Cristiano Ronaldo definitely is there as an option. Lukaku, I'm not sure if he'll be playing both the matches, but if he's playing, then definitely Lukaku is an option for both the matches. Tony is an option. Mope is there.
I guess Tony is not an option. He plays Liverpool and United.
Yeah, I'm just giving like a alternative option, but yeah, if you're considering Mbuemo, then why not Tony? So yeah, but definitely, I think if somebody is free hitting Anjan, then what is your idealistic team?
Well, I would definitely, I would definitely not like overlook the players who are playing double game week. I would like focus on like single game week players also. Like Pool, Liverpool are playing Brentford, West Ham are playing Leeds. Definitely players from these two teams, and then Everton are playing Norwich. And if I am free hitting, I would probably go with someone like mm, United keeper, probably a Spurs defender, and then I would go with Trent Alexander-Arnold and mm, probably a Chelsea defender, Rudiger or Alonso. That's the backline for me. And then midfield, I will go with Jota definitely. I would go with a Leicester mid. I would go with West Ham mid, Bowen definitely. And probably I would go with Mount or Mount probably. And striker, I would go definitely Dennis, Kane, and DCL probably.
Uh, I'll just like quickly state I don't think we have made any outlay or screenshot for this. But if I were to do a free hit this game week, considering the options that we considered and the dearth of them, I think definitely I would be going for a formation 3-4-3. DEA as my keeper. I don't see much value in the defenders of Double Game Week, so I think my defense would be Trent Alexander Arnold, Robertson. I'll double up on Liverpool defense. And apart from this, if I do have to take one defender, I think I'll probably go with Lamke. I'll take that risk. Apart from this, in the midfield, Madison, Bowen, definitely, probably Jota, or you can sub out Jota for somebody else if you fancy that person. And I'll probably go with somebody like a Gray, Imani Gray, and then up front it will be Dennis, Kane, and Cristiano Ronaldo for me. So
Okay.
that ways it makes sense. Ronaldo gives you a very good captaincy option. And I'll just have like some strong. You can easily fill out with this particular formation. I think you can easily fill out with cheap double game big defenders and stuff who can come in if somebody like Gray or somebody is missing. So it's a balance. I will definitely not go for 11 double game. As per your question, Anjan, I think that becomes a very team specific question. So should we move on to the team or should we discuss the fixtures?
Yeah. Well, let's like move on to a team. It's like your team. I just read it out, or do you remember it? Your team.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay, fine then.
I'm playing. Obviously, Delia is there, then Trent and Dawson, and apart from that, Hello. Right, right now, I think I'm playing a 3-4-3 formation.
Yeah.
In midfield, I
Jot
have Bowen, Jota, um, then I have
Mount
Gray
Mount
and Mount.
Mount.
And up front, I have King, Harry Kane, and DCL.
Yeah.
Thing with me is the initial plan was to bench boost this game week simply because I will have entirely a playing squad. That is what somehow I'm still looking at, even though this double game week looks really bleak, right?
Ah, that's something interesting. Are you still looking at benchmarks? Like probably,
Because if I consider my single game week of players, they are TCL, they are Gray, Bowen, Dawson, Cancelo, and Ramsdale, majorly, Trent and Jota.
yeah.
So out of this, if I well, Ramsdale is a goalkeeper, nothing to be done. It's a North London derby. Apart from this, I don't particularly feel any of them have a very bad fixture that can't be considered for bench. I'm not saying all of them will return, but then again, any of those players that I just mentioned have potential of returning a double-digit figure.
Do you feel like okay?
So right
Yeah,
now, I have, if you see, I have on my bench, I have Ramsdale, I have Cancelo, who in my view, are very strong double game week or other bench boost options. Along with that, I right now have Son and Brandon Williams, who are definitely not bench boost option, but that's where I am thinking of doing my free transfer and taking a hit for.
like what are your plan actually? Why do you want to like bench push this particular week? Just like because you have
Because there
because
are
like
like,
yeah, tell me.
so you say,
No, like you are playing your bench push just because you have 15 player.
there are two, three reasons as to why this again becomes very particularly team specific and as to where you are right now. I think considering my rank, I'm right now hovering around the 200K mark uh, overall rank wise. The longer I hold on to this particular chip, first of all, bench boost requires a lot of planning because ideally to play a bench boost, you have to actually wildcard just before that. And if I'm missing out, if you can Anjan quickly like read out from Ben's thing, what are the upcoming or rather the remaining fixtures that are to be rescheduled later?
Yeah, well, United have Brighton left. Spurs have Burnley and Brighton. Leicester have Norwich left. Then Watford have Crystal Palace and Wolves left. Burnley have Spurs, Everton, Aston Villa. Chelsea have Arsenal left. Brighton have Spurs, United. Then Liverpool have Leeds, Arsenal. Arsenal have three fixtures: Wolves, Chelsea, Liverpool. Uh, Aston Villa have Leeds and Burnley. Very nice fixtures. Everton have Newcastle, Burnley. Crystal Palace have Watford. Southampton have Newcastle. Wolves have Arsenal and Watford. Leeds have Villa and Liverpool. Norwich have Leicester, and Newcastle have Everton and Southampton. The only team which don't have any fixtures remaining are Brentford, but at this moment, Brentford, Manchester City, and West Ham. This would change after like FA Cup round of FA Cup
So first of all,
around four fixtures.
see the replays are done with, so I don't think there will be. It will only keep on developing towards. If I'm not wrong, it will be developing towards a game week 30 blank game week, wherein some
Yeah,
few teams will be missing out. So I think that is one of the places where your free hit becomes much more vital because then you don't have to do a long term planning. You can actually use a free hit right and over there. Apart from this, whatever are the remaining fixtures that you read out right now, I don't think we get all these fixture clubbed together as a double game week in entirety. Because I feel right now this season what will happen is every game week there will be scattered some kind of a double game week that will keep on
true,
happening
true, true,
every game
true.
week, right? Barring this game week 27, there is another I think blank for Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, and Leicester due to the League Cup final, irrespective of
No,
whoever will
no,
be.
that is on game week 27 right now.
That's what I was mentioning. So game week 27, these four teams will definitely have a blank, irrespective of Liverpool or Arsenal, whoever progresses to the final, since they are also playing that particular game week against each other. So these are the four teams that will miss. So game week 27 then again becomes a blank game week. And
No,
before
actually, well, hold on. Just there is a bit catch. It it might not be a blank week, provided any of these four teams, like provided these four teams are out from FA Cup after round four.
Arsenal is already out from FA.
Yeah, Arsenal is already out, and if Liverpool, I think Liverpool are playing some League Cup team in home.
So that's
So
a
I don't think.
highly
I,
improbable situation.
yeah,
If and when that
exactly.
situation arises, I'm just giving a wholesome view. If and when
Yeah.
that situation arises, we'll discuss that. So the thing is that is another blank game week that you need to navigate. Considering it by that time, you everybody of us will have Salah back in our team. That again is three Liverpool players missing out. Plus, if you're still holding on to Ramsdale and all, so game week 27 again becomes a blank game week, wherein there is a high possibility that game week 26 will be a double game week again for Liverpool, who have their fixture against, as you said, I think Norwich or Leeds.
Leeds and Norwich.
Yeah, so that will fall like Leeds and Norwich both at home, which is probably where everybody will be using their triple captain, if I'm not wrong, over Salah. Right? So there's a lot of big overview. The point I'm trying to make is why am I using the bench boost right now? I do not see a major bench boost or like a big double game week happening until game week 36, 37 when all the FA Cup and all those fixtures are rescheduled over there. Considering where my rank is, the longer I delay the bench boost, firstly, longer I'll have to hold my wild card. Then I need to plan for all these planned game weeks that are upcoming upfront, wherein I have to do the transfer for the planned game week that is coming up and then use the wild card and then. Plus, the longer I hold this chip, I am losing advantage rank wise because I need to do something now to jumpstart my rank. Also, bench boosting right now, since I have 15 playing players, it gives me a better chance of actually wildcarding out of it, wherein I can actually make my team much more leaner and focused towards the front 11 rather than spreading the entire fund, which most people will be doing
Do you
with
think
wildcarding.
all these things like COVID things and COVID thing and sudden like postponement, do you think like just focusing on 11 players would be enough?
Yeah, because I think during this winter break and all, there has been a lot of focus from all the clubs uh, as to getting vaccinated, and the COVID protocols are tightened up a bit. Uh, Most teams, I think, have faced COVID at least once, if not twice. And I was I heard the mentions of an article wherein basically 82% of the league has been double jabbed now. So I think the cases will be going down. Plus, there is also, just before coming to the pod, I saw a new relaxation wherein the time frame for isolation has been reduced from 7 days to 5 days now in UK if you are double jab. So that will even further reduce the chances of your player missing out. So I don't feel that you will require 15 players going forward. Plus, it's a bit spaced out now, right? It's not like December crazy month where game week is happening every 2 days. There's hardly any time to recover. Like we have another international break after game week 23. So international break, or I think that there's a long break. I don't know for whatever reason there
Winter
is.
break.
No, winter break it was right. This was the winter break that happened in between. Right now.
No, no, no.
This was not the winter
Why?
break.
No, no, no. Winter break is after game week 23.
Okay, so my bad. So then that becomes the winter break. So yeah, based on all this, I don't think there will be a lot further postponement or cancellations that will be happening going forward. So I don't feel the requirement, at least definitely not for me to hold on to two 5 million plus keepers and having a fully functional defense. And so that is my reason. I think the fixture support does that as well. Instead of having like a crappy double game week wherein somebody like a Brentford is facing Liverpool and Manchester United, I think rather it's better to have a fixture like Trent Alexander-Arnold facing the single game week or even a Demali Gray facing a Norwich.
So, like your plan is probably you would be probably bench boosting this week, followed by
That's what I'm
what?
going to.
And followed by are you like wild carding next week? Game week
No,
20.
I'm not wildcarding because that was the initial plan. The initial plan was to wildcard the game week Salah would be back, but right now I don't think I would be wildcarding just because of all the uncertainty that I mentioned. So I want to hold on to the wildcard a bit longer. Plus, I don't want to use the wildcard until and unless this transfer window is over because we have a lot of new options that are emerging, right? Felipe Coutinho is back in the Premier League after 4 years. He's quite a favorite player of mine back in the days.
I
So
remember.
he's there. Lucas Digne has made the shift from Luka Dean has made the shift basically from Everton to Aston Villa. Aston Villa has a good run of fixtures from 2024. So there are a lot of things to be considered, rather take into consideration going forward. I think I can navigate without wildcard because the only thing is about getting Salah, so I can get Salah having a placeholder at any price.
Okay, so like what are your like cheap what are your like initial thoughts about using your chip? I'm just asking about those free hit chip.
The free hit chip, I think there will be a very major double game week, as I said, down the line, somewhere around game week 37, 36. I think that is where I will use my free hit chip definitely because a lot of people would have planned for it, but I would want to target like just the best player, concentrate on my 11, and then move on to the next thing. If there is a major blank game week which I could not have planned for, because a lot of things can still happen, right? A lot of
Yeah,
blanks can
exactly.
crop up. There can be a combination of double game week. Somehow, like two teams, like probably let's say an Arsenal or Chelsea, have an exceptional double game week fixture wherein you don't own, so we can play. I think we are actually FPL has official FPL has blessed us with two free hit chips. I did not consider that at the time, but if that is the case, then I think we should use it. But I can see the argument. A lot of people have a lot of flags in their team. For people like Salah and a lot of people who are coming back from AFCON, so they are wanting to use a free hit chip. It makes sense, but then again, you have the same team for the next game. That is again an issue. I don't
Exactly.
think free hit is best used this game. Bench boost can be because I'm not planning to use the bench boost on entirely double game week. I think I will have hardly 6 to 7 double game week players. Rest is all single. With Sun out, I
Prob
think right now I have 5 double game week and I'm targeting for like 7 or at the max 8 double game weeks.
okay,
What are your
fine.
plans? I've blabbered enough
Like,
right now.
well, like, what are your plan actually? You didn't say. Okay, you fine. You said that you try to play a bench boost, but you didn't say like who are your transfer target?
Transfer wise, I definitely would be selling Sun. I have I think 1.3 in my bank. So I can directly move from Sun to Bruno Fernandes. That is an initial thought based actually on not much. Only factor is I think Ronaldo is probably not injured. He is a bit unfit. He gave an interview where his fitness there will be a late check or something. If in any case Ronaldo is missing, I think Bruno Fernandes will be on penalties and he's somebody who's definite to play over both the fixtures. Problem with getting Bruno is I also need to upgrade Brandon Williams for the bench boost thing to work out. But I will not have much budget to play with. I will just have 4.1 as a replacement, and I think there is nobody in 4.1 with a double game, which probably I can entail taking. -8 and I can take out Dawson. But that's just something in works. Other way around is I can directly downgrade Sun to a Madison or a Tielemans or a Lookman, and there I get, and then I can upgrade Brandon Williams pretty much anybody else. Just move on with
Okay.
those are the initial thoughts, but there's nothing confirmed. It's very fuzzy, as you can see from the way that we are doing the pod. It's
Yeah,
very fuzzy.
exactly. Yeah, yeah,
What are your plans? I think
yeah.
your
And
plan was also to bench boost along with me, but I don't know
yeah,
what is your
exactly.
status right now.
Well, I was actually the status changed because of this Liverpool and Arsenal. Actually, probably those two teams are not having a double game week, and Arsenal, especially, they are playing Spurs. Yeah, I feel like it would be a high scoring match. I definitely have 15 playing player right now. I have right now United keeper as usual. I don't know why I took him. He hasn't given me any point yet. Anyways, I have
You
De
did give a
Gea.
point.
Then I probably didn't get that point. I guess I don't remember. Anyways, I have Trent Alexander-Arnold, Alonso, Emerson Royal. Like right now, Bernardo Silva is there in my team. Bowen is there. Jota, Gray is there. DCL, Antonio, and Kane. And my bench are Ramsdale, Keane, Saka, and Cancelo. Would you like bench boost this particular team?
I think before the pod we were discussing, and I told you this. I were in your position. It depends. How much do you value the bench boost shift? Like, how much point does it exactly get you? Because my experience with bench boost is always wherein I am sticking somebody from a relegation team, having a defender, and that's just like I'm doing bench boost for the sake of it. So I don't know. It probably doesn't make much sense to me. I remember doing a bench boost with Lookman last year. Last year was it? He was in Fulham, so I think Lookman scored and somebody else, and the rest were all like one or two pointers. In your position, as I said, I would move out Bernardo Silva and Saka because in any case you need to move them out. Saka will be missing 2 out of the next 6 matches. He's somebody who will
The
be banking.
Actually, the problem is that if you look to the fixtures, I'm just saying you one again. Arsenal are playing Burnley on 23. Okay,
This is one.
then they're on
Yeah,
23. Then they're playing Burnley at home, and 23. Then 24 they are playing Old Seven. Then 25
it's not a
there
good
is a blank.
fixture.
Yeah, definitely it's not a good
Whole
fixture.
Survey is
25
not a good fixture attacking wise. 25 they will have a
uh,
blank.
blank.
26 they are playing
Brent,
home.
Brentford home.
So
So if
essentially you're holding for 23 and 26. Doesn't make sense.
I'm basically holding for 23. I'm not sure about 26. If I would require, then I would like again take him because he's not that
I don't know. It depends on to as
pricey
to
enough.
how, because I will tell you about
Hmm.
Arsenal. Arsenal are right now very actively in the transfer market. By the time game week 23 comes, a lot of scenario might change. A lot of the picture might change. Like tonight, I think, if I'm not wrong, Smithrow, Yatsu, and somebody else is not playing, not in the squad at all. So Saka and Gabriel Martinelli will be again playing tonight. They will be starting because unfortunately we do not have anybody else right now. It's a difficult match, and Saka has to play a match after like almost 2 3 days again. So there's a bit of exhaustion. I wouldn't be second guessing about selling Saka. I don't think it's a bad play if you sell Saka right now. Bernardo Silva, I don't definitely don't need to advocate why you need to sell because
Yeah,
rather
definitely.
have Foden or somebody else. Bernardo Silva right now seems dead like an option. So if you do that, and if you can get two double game week midfielders, which I think you can easily get, and get a Madison and anybody who fancies your thing, I think it's a good option. you can bench boost. Something to think, because you
Yeah,
might think that you'll get a better bench boost, but you'll not. You might have two fixtures, but those fixtures, we remember what happened. Like I think couple of seasons back when everybody of us had Dunk, who had Cardiff at home, and another very team at home. Everybody captain Dunk, and I think he returned with 3 points over the two matches. So at least right
yeah,
now, the
yeah,
players that
yeah. Like
you are
for
bench
example,
boosting with, they have
like
pedigree.
like for example, Tony gave 2 points in 2 games in last.
Yeah, so there are a lot of example, but
Hmm,
my point
anyway.
is, even if you are bench boosting right now, you are bench boosting with players who have pedigree. You're bench boosting with players like Alexander Arnold, Jota, Cancelo, Ramsdale, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Antonio for you, Bowen. These are all good players who are not flukes that might or might not score. They are generally very much involved and they are talisman of their own teams. I don't
Yeah,
think I can
I
get a
would
better set
like.
of players in that sense.
Yeah, I would like look forward to that, but I'm not that entirely sure that I would play my bench boost.
Plus, I
I'm
feel
looking.
it's a bit of a wasted chip. It's too much of
Yeah,
a hassle for not much, so it's better to get it out of the way. In any case, we see a lot of teams that actually play bench boost in game week one, and even they survive the entire season without that bench boost, and they end up having very good ranks. I don't think it's particularly a bad time to have a bench boost.
well, I'm looking forward to sell Bernardo, probably some Leicester mid. That's my plan, and I'm definitely looking. I don't know how to fit a Watford striker in this. I don't know whom to sell.
Yeah.
It's yeah. Antonio plays Leeds, man.
I will keep on saying this till the day I find Antonio's form is back. I have been telling you, I think this since how many weeks? We should make a counter for this. I have been telling you to sell Antonio since when? You sold Antonio and you brought back Antonio. I think your
Yeah,
love for
exactly.
Antonio is so huge you could not miss Antonio from your team for one game week and you brought him back the next game week again. Yeah. I would say
Yeah.
sell Antonio. I mean, not right away. Doesn't make sense for this particular game week, but I think you
Well, probably taking. Acha, do you over the period of like 3 weeks? Like for Antonio,
I
it would
think
be
Dennis
two
is a
weeks.
better option than Antonio, if that is your
Yeah,
question.
yeah,
Dennis is a much more confident finisher, and
and
he is,
I
as you
feel
said,
like, and I feel like I
he's
didn't
playing
see
for Watford, who are playing for their lives, who, as per you, have the three most important matches of their season because it's against their
exactly,
relegation competitors. So,
exactly,
and
and
he stayed back from AFCON for a particular reason. So, definitely,
and
I would
I
not have any doubt about doing this.
and one more thing, I don't know, but I didn't see the match. I was seeing some highlights of last night match because it was like horrible for me. Antonio Captain did nothing. Anyways, I feel like Antonio is playing exactly like a Kai Havertz kind of role. Like he is like bringing all others player.
Bowen was the centre forward yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's bringing Bowen, Lanzini, and all those stuff.
He was basically playing the left centre forward role. And Bowen, he was not bringing Bowen back. Bowen was playing as a centre forward yesterday,
Like,
which kind of suited them. This is
hmm,
basically due to the fact that they do not have Ben Rama right now, who's an AFCON.
hmm,
So they need that kind of creativity from. So that kind of diminishes Antonio's potential. Plus, when Lanzini is not playing, he's not even when he's playing, he's not on penalties. So nothing is confirmed about Antonio. He played, I think, a match as a right back as well. So he might be a very good player for West Ham. He not might be. He is actually a very good player for West Ham in real life. But we don't require a utility man in FPL. We need absolutely self-centered, selfish players who score points. I don't think Antonio fits that.
true. So probably I would then look for Antonio to tennis and probably Bernardo to some Leicester mid.
So if you're
That's
not
my
playing
transfer.
bench boost, then what is your bench? Who are you benching?
I'm benching Saka, Cancelo, Kane,
Saka, Cancelo, and who?
boss, Everton defender Kane.
Keane, Keane. I thought Kane. I was like,
Okay.
and who are you captaining?
Right now, right now the options which I have, it's it's on Kane. But if I get Dennis, then I would like give a thought of captaining him.
I think irrespective, I think probably it will stay on Kane for me simply due to the lack of any better option. Even if I'm getting Bruno, I don't think that right now I have the confidence of captaining a Bruno. So
Okay, like people like who don't have Kane, for them, who do you think is the best captaincy option?
Ronaldo,
This particular Ronaldo.
I think
Okay.
he is probably the best option.
Yeah, probably he is the best option.
Again, depends on what kind of an
Yeah,
FPL manager you are and what's your preference.
exactly.
Given if you give me an option, if I did not have anybody of both Kane and Ronaldo, I would probably still get Kane. That is just me. Plus, you get the extra fixture with Spurs as well. So Kane will be playing a bit more fixtures. Uh, Last question, like if you're not playing bench boost, are you comfortable with this bench?
No, definitely not. I was not comfortable last week. I think my bench scored uh,
Because even
18 points.
if even if it's a very high scoring thing and all, I see kind of a lot of probably save. I don't know if Sun is not playing for Spurs, there's a genuine lack of
Creativity over there.
not exactly creativity. I would say like starts moving forward for Spurs. So either Spurs take a lot of long range shots, which Ramsdale will be comfortable to save, or else Spurs do not take shots. They build and nothing happens. Like Emerson Royal crosses and it's cleared off. Either case, I think Ramsdale can get some points, even if worst case scenario probably will end up getting 3 to 4 points. Keane has a very high chance of keeping a clean sheet for you.
I
I
don't think
think,
so. I don't think so. Kane will
yeah,
keep
I
a
mean,
clean sheet.
if you think about it probability wise as to how what are the odds right now, obviously it might not happen, and we don't know. Before the match, probably Newcastle might buy Pookie from Norwich as well, so you never know what happens. But the jokes aside, there is an option of Everton keeping a clean sheet, and I think Rafa Benitez will emphasize on that because they need to start winning matches. Something is going horribly wrong at Everton. I think our primary focus, when I say our, I mean Arsenal's primary focus is actually beating Spurs in the North London derby because that is very critical for us getting our top four position. Spurs have matches in hand, so we need point over them. Saka might be involved in that, and City, well, Cancelo is or can do anything. They can even keep a clean sheet against Chelsea, I feel.
I I don't think City would keep a clean sheet against us. We
Do you
would
think
like
I
probably
shouldn't bench boost?
like if you are like bullish about City keeping a clean sheet about Chelsea, then definitely yes.
Anyways, I think we have blabbered enough. I think
Yeah,
we will be coming
definitely.
back with a proper and structured pod from next game week. This was a very freestyle pod, no structured nothing. So sorry if you had endured us for so long and have been bored. This is just to guys, we are speaking our minds out regarding what we think about the double game week. Thank you for listening. If you have listened up till now and enjoyed whatever we have done, please hit the subscribe button. lately the subscription of the channel has completely like died down and slowed down. I don't know if we are doing something wrong or not. If we are doing something wrong, please do mention it on the comments. If you have watched till now, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, refer it to your friends. The channel, it helps us to grow. It motivates us to work hard and actually produce something. You can see that even we don't care about our health now, and we are doing. Thank you so much for supporting us. Hope the new year is brilliant and banging for you all, and me make the best decision and have a brilliant green arrow. Double game week 20. Anything else to add on?
Well, definitely just have a fantastic week ahead. Have a green arrow and like, oh man, Bow at 21 points.
Cheers, guys. Good night. Bye bye.
Good night.